Instructor, are you lazy? Is that why you just want to top the aircraft off every time you want to go fly? Oh, but wait, I know. Yabbit. What yabbits, right? How many yabbits are you going to give me? Yeah, but I'm going on across country. Oh, yeah, but I gotta go, pick my nose before I fly. I don't know, whatever it is. My point is, for the yabbits, I'm not talking cross country. I'm not talking about other circumstances. What I'm gonna talk about is fueling when you're getting ready to go out in the pattern for training. There's a tendency of people, like, I'll give an example. I had an instructor here this spring. I got a stupid ass fly that won't leave me alone. Here in the spring, helping me do some flying, was prepping like 3 people for check rides, and he was going out to meet the fuel truck, and he's getting ready to go out and do autos with students, right? Because we're prepping them, we're down to the wire, last minute, everybody needs autos, right? So when he goes to go out to meet the fuel truck, I go, how much fuel are you gonna get? And he's like, well, I'm just gonna top it off. And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, why not? I'm like, well, there's a lot of good reasons to not go top it off when you're getting ready to go do autos. Number one, because it helps you prevent an overspeed, right? A lot of you probably think, well, I'm too good. Overspeed's never gonna happen to me. Well, guess what? It can happen to anyone. And if you're topping it off, when you're getting ready to go out and do autos, there's more of a chance of having an overspeed during that auto rotation in these circumstances. It's harder to fly the helicopter. You're gonna use more power. There's more wear and tear on the aircraft. You may think, well, that's the owner's problem. Well, no, that's your problem too, because of all the people that we have that come here frustrated because their flight school helicopter is broken. Why do they break? A lot of times they break because somebody had an overspeed. And I'm guilty, ours wasn't during an auto, it was during a startup. But overspeeds happen, overspeeds are expensive. I'm not saying you can never top off. That's not what I'm saying for all you butters, okay? I'm talking about a normal training environment when you're going out in the pattern and you're gonna go fly for an hour and do some training. Why top it off? I get it. R44, you can top this thing off and probably get almost 3 flights out of it. And that's great, but I'll be the butter. You're being lazy. It's because you don't want to fuel it again. I think the benefit of going lighter during your flight, less chance of overspeed, less chance of overpulling the manifold pressure, easier to operate the aircraft. Your limit isn't as, which way would it be? You're worrying less about hitting your manifold pressure limit. And again, it is your problem too. As I stated, don't think, well, it's the mechanic's problem, the owner's problem, the guy that pays the lease's problem. It's your problem. When you put more wear and tear on the aircraft, you wear them out early, you damage them, and then that affects you later when you want to go fly and rent as a private pilot and enjoy the day. And oh, sorry, we just had an overspeed. They were doing autos yesterday and they had an overspeed. There's a lot of good reasons to not just top it off. And I did this video because this happens a lot. And it happens with other instructors I have helping a lot of times. I'm like, well, what are you gonna do? We're just gonna top it. Why? You're going to do autos, right? Yeah, well, then don't top it off. And really simply, we'll say the R44, we've gotten a habit lately of just having them top off the main tank. Don't top off the aux, because that's 17 gallons on that side. It's 6 pounds per gallon, approximately. That's 100 pounds. Does 100 pounds make a difference, picking it up and setting it down and controlling the RPM? Absolutely it does. 100 is a pretty big deal. If we just top this one, that's plenty of fuel for an hour, plenty of reserve, but you're saving 100 pounds, like 102 pounds by just putting fuel in this one. Again, I'm not talking cross countries for all the smart asses that want to argue the point. I'm talking about when you're going out because you want to do a good solid hour of training. That's what I'm talking about. And hey, we're nearing our countdown, less than 30 days before we're going to be in Las Vegas with Taz Chrisman doing the book signing. Let us know if you're going to come or you're interested. Put a comment down below or text. What'd you say earlier, Lindsay? Text what? Hogs Vegas? Yep. Text Hogs Vegas to 574-767-1797, and Heather can give you some of the details, and you can talk about meeting us that day. We're going to have a supply of books that the first majority of we're just going to give them away. So you can get the free copy. Taz or I will sign this for you, and we'll put the link down below for top 10 check ride tips. So November 11th, 2024, come meet us. And, you know, we get people a lot of times say, well, hey, how can I be like, I want to be a good instructor, you know? How do I do this? I want to be a good pilot. Well, there's a good tip for you. Don't make a habit of just always topping it off. And a lot of people do it when it's totally unnecessary. You're going to save yourself headache and heartache by just take the fuel that you need for the flight that you're going to do, have at least your 20-minute reserve or more, and then fuel again. Lazy, okay? There's so many good reasons to go with the fuel you need for the hour and then fuel for the next flight. All right, peace out.
When you feel the pressure to fly, but know the right decision is to stay on the ground, hit the hogs, no-go, and live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com